Hi, my name is Audra Whatley, and I founded Advanced Allergy Therapeutics 14 or 15 years ago. Another acupuncturist friend of mine was utilizing the system in her clinic, and at the time, I had been struggling for years with some food allergies that came from, I had bit into a tomato that was molding and I didn't know it. I spit it out immediately, but I had a severe reaction. And then every time that I had raw vegetables after that, it would make my mouth itch and my throat swell. And I had been to other holistic practitioners. And when I found Advanced Allergy Therapeutics, within a few treatments, she was able to treat me for the molds that I didn't even know were an issue, on top of those fruits and vegetables that were causing my mouth and throat to itch and swell. So it really transformed that kind of immediate response for me. And then once I brought it on to my clinic, it really helped to expand my ability to treat my patients, and continued use of Advanced Allergy Therapeutics for myself actually got rid of allergies that I'd had since I was a little kid. So I can't recommend it enough to practitioners or even moms that have little kids of their own with itchy eyes and runny nose and all of the usual respiratory allergies as well as food allergies. Before I found Advanced Allergy Therapeutics, I had my own allergy issues that I'd been struggling with my whole life. And acupuncture is great. It helps some, but it just wasn't getting to the root of the actual or the specific allergy itself. And so when I found it for myself, I had to have it for my patients as well. So before I even started acupuncture school, I was in my early 20s and I had a sinus infection that lasted about 1.5 years. And they had me on antibiotics, and it was going down the route of breathing treatments and the whole 9 yards of just like medical Western treatment. And I was like, I can't do this. It's not sustainable. Besides the fact at the time it was just expensive. And I found an herbalist and tried these herbs that cleared up what I'd had for 18 months in 3 days, which is what got me started in acupuncture. And after acupuncture school, obviously I had acupuncture and herbal medicine, and I tried chiropractic, and the list just goes on and on. I had tried a little bit of everything, some naturopathic, some homeopathic, like I said, a little bit of everything. And this just kind of seemed like magic, and it worked really, really well for me. Once I brought the AAT system on and I was using it on myself in conjunction with other things as well, I haven't had those chronic sinus infections that I had throughout my childhood in probably 15 years. It's rare that I even get a cold, or once in a blue moon, I'll have like the itchy eyes, runny nose when pollens are incredibly bad, but then I can clear it up really quickly. It just gives me a different avenue. So when I have somebody that comes in and they have a laundry list of things to work on, the allergies are something that we can knock out pretty quickly and rule out as part of the load or the problem. If somebody comes in specifically for allergies, it cuts down treatment that could be for months into a handful of visits. And they usually, even though I tell them, give it 3 to 5 or how many categories or items that they have to treat, I tell them to give it that long before they make any judgments. But at the same time, most of them notice something within the first visit or two. And that's from incorporating Advanced Allergy Therapeutics. So when I started using AAT, it was 2011, I believe. I had a really, really small practice. Part of it was, just I'd moved around quite a bit and was starting over, but also adding this in, it gave me a therapeutic option for every age. And so what changed the most was like, in the beginning, I was seeing moms for fertility and women's health. And then they started bringing their kids, their babies that they had just had through IVF or whatever it was, for allergy treatments. And then they would bring in their husbands, and then they would send in whoever else. So I can't even put a quantifiable number, but it's given me the ability to treat from a few days into their 90s and not have to worry about if they're sensitive to the needles or if they can sit still for 20 minutes or whatever it is. It helps me exponentially to be able to expand my ability to treat every age and expand the clientele overall.